Hi, my name's Skip McNutt, and I want to take a couple of moments here and share with you some thoughts on where network marketing is today, and particularly where phone leads are concerned, and the use of the telephone in the process of marketing. Toward the end of this video, I'll have a special offer that I think you'll want to participate in, so hang in there and check that out. I'll keep this whole thing fairly brief. The phone definitely plays a role in network marketing, whether online or offline. The trick is not whether or not you're going to employ the phone, but how you go about using it. As for myself, I'm not real crazy about getting cold calls from people marketing anything when I'm at home. I tend to discourage that. But at the same time, I don't mind getting a phone call from somebody that I'm expecting to hear from, somebody that I really want the information that they have for me. At that point, the time when people call or whatever is less an issue. The conversation potentially is a lot more comfortable, and we have a mutual reason for wanting to be on the phone. Understand that the times that you're going to be on the phone in network marketing require that you, first and foremost, that you have a mutual reason for being on that phone. You have information to share, and the person you're talking to has a want or need for that information. It's a really important element. The way you get there is the way you approach it in marketing in general. I want to give you a quick illustration. The CEO, for example, of AT&T does not get on the phone and call their prospects over the latest promotion. One, it's fairly unreasonable to think that he's going to talk to the millions of people that subscribe to that service. Now, we may not be talking about a business here that involves millions of people, but you can very quickly get out of hand with the number of people that you're trying to reach or contact. You get into the hundreds and certainly into the thousands of people in a network, and you're trying to communicate, and I'll tell you what, you're just not going to do it one-on-one. You're only going to want to talk to those people with whom you have a mutual interest. And in order to do that, you've got to put the right pieces in place so that you have people coming to you instead of you going to them. So with that, I'm going to break down a couple of examples here, and I'm going to share with you some thoughts on how do you put in order the necessary pieces to make sure that you're talking with qualified customers. So with that, let's move on to the next segment. Starting with number one, know the product and the message. You want to really know what your product is, know what your message is, be very clear in your understanding. If you're going to approach the marketplace, whether it's getting on the phone or advertising, whatever you do, you have to think it through to the point where you really know what your message is. So you'll stay on point, that you'll make your message clear and simple and not complicate it with a lot of conflicting messages. You want to make it very clear as to what you're targeting. So that you have to do before you even start to advertise. So now when you go into the advertising mode, you go in with a mindset, thinking like a business person. You've got to think in terms of a business owner, think like a CEO, and think in terms of how are you going to appeal to a general audience to get them excited about a single idea or thought, so that it'll be very focused and laser-like in your market niche. So all of your advertising is going to be geared to something very simple. Watch the commercials on TV and notice how in a very short period of time they communicate a message with a lot of information. And think along those lines. How can you deliver an effective message in a short period of time that's very focused? The other thing you need to do in that process is to be thinking in terms of the value. Establish the fact that there is a value to what you have. And if you miss that element, you can talk about something, but forget that people need to understand themselves that there is a value, and a value that translates to their need. So through that process, you understand that you need to create a desire. Get people excited. Get them something that they can identify with. Keeping in mind, once again, that what you're going to do is going to be brief, to the point, and very concise to a targeted market. So then you need to let people know how they can contact you. This is very important. I've looked a lot of advertising and marketing where I had to look all over the place to find out how am I going to contact this information or this person. The goal here is that you, instead of hunting for other people, you're going to get them to hunt for you. Well, make it easy. Don't become hard to find. You have to make sure that your contact information is there, that you're easy to resource, that people can get a hold of you, and they can get a hold of more information about your offer. That's really, really important. You need to think in those terms right from the very beginning as well. So once you think those things through, you put those pieces together, then you have to understand that you have to be prepared to follow up. Now, when you follow up, they say the fortune is in the follow-up. Your follow-up is not the attempt to sell whoever you get on the phone. It's to further qualify the individual to make sure that they're ready, willing, and able to take advantage of the offer that you have, and that you're talking to the right person. Because if they're not ready, willing, and able, you're wasting their time and you're wasting yours. And it'll become a very hard and difficult experience for both you and for the people you're calling, and you're not going to do that very long. And particularly if you're building a network, you want a duplicatable process that others can follow up on and do easily without being intimidated. And it's not intimidating when you're simply in a position to answer questions for somebody and help them do what they've already expressed an interest in doing. So those are some really important points that I think everybody needs to be aware of. That if you're going to use the telephone, know how you're going to use it, know how you're going to associate that with your whole marketing campaign. It's part of a process so that you'll really be effective in what you do. So now, with that, I want to take you to this little clip and lay out an offer for you. Thanks. I have some breaking news that I'm really excited about. I want you to go to this page. Now go to this page at NM Breaking News. It's networkmarketingbreakingnews.com. So nmbreakingnews.com, and you're going to get some detailed information. You see it on your screen here. Now I've joined forces with a fellow by the name of Rod Nichols. Rod is a best-selling author in network marketing, built some huge successful businesses, and has been living off of residual income for over 10 years. He's come out of retirement and has joined me to launch a whole new effort and training package that is absolutely explosive. What I want you to do, I want you to go to the site that's on your screen. Those who opt in are going to receive a complete network marketing training and success kit. It's valued at over $1,000 and it's absolutely free. You'll be able to place yourself on the front page of Google, just like you see in this example. You'll see here 5 out of 10 places on the front page of Google, and we can do that consistently at will. So I want you to go and opt in and get your free kit. You're going to get a lot more information when you go in, and I'll see you on the other side, but this is really important. You're going to want this package. There's so much information that's going to change your life, and if you're actively involved in network marketing, it's going to make a huge difference in the lives of the people you sponsor. So thank you, and I'll see you on the other side.